Revenge is pointless. Oop.
Revenge is pointless, is that what you're trying to say?
1 point. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
We got another episode or chapter here.
We do.
Yay.
Oh boy, Angie's depressed.
Yeah, she's not feeling good.
She's not.
But the two tales, what's the line for episode 6? The two tales merged and became one. That seems to be what's happening here.
It is very interesting though, looking at Angie's whole thing where it's like, we're looking at episode 7's tea party in regards to everything that Angie's just said.
Yeah.
And the idea that, you know, I still believe that the end of episode 7 was more or less the truth, with some obfuscation by lies.
Sure.
But it is very interesting to consider that maybe at the end of episode 7 was much in the same vein as this chapter, or this episode, where it's like, well, here's one horrible thing that might have happened, and this is why you shouldn't look for the truth, rather than actually just being the truth.
I mean, it's the wind and the sun, the north wind and the sun, right? This is exactly what the contrast is between episodes 1 and 2 and episode 3 and 4, right?
Yeah. I'd still believe the end of episode 7 because I believe that Ryukishi wouldn't bamboozle his audience quite that much.
I mean, that's kind of the point so far, isn't it? That like, you know, I mean,
I think it's more.
Who knows what the truth is?
It doesn't matter if it is or is not the truth.
Yeah.
More or less.
Yeah.
I'll still believe that it is, because
course,
I trust that Ryukishi would show us a truth.
Yeah. But of course, the point is, of course, to make us kind of think against Angie, which is something that I find very interesting, because I feel like in episode 4, when Angie shows up, she's kind of the smart one, whereas now in episode 8, it's switched, where she's like, I just want to get that on Ava because she's the worst, and I'm sure she's behind everything. Where, like, I feel like, at this point in the story, if it was revealed that Ava was behind everything, that would just be, like that wouldn't make sense to me. In a way, you know? Because the whole thing is, Okanogi's like, you gotta have love. You gotta have love for Aunt Ava, and, like, see why she might be acting the way that she is, and we had the episode 7 tea party. And, like, even if that's not true, it's still possible. Yeah. Right? We shouldn't discount anything. As a wise man once said at the beginning of this playthrough, we shouldn't discount anything. What an idiot.
What a fucking idiot.
Oh, there's so many things that are going to come back around at the end of this episode. Things that I said, there's things that I said way back in episode 1 that I'm like waiting to talk about. Anyway.
I'm hoping that I've actually remembered enough of them.
I hope so. I hope that you point it out when it happens. Anyway, we'll get there. This is a new episode. Outside, the rain had started to pour down hard.
Like Spears.
Yeah, however, inside the cousin room, it was loud and cheery. Not like Spears. It could have been...
I don't know whether... I mean, I was expecting that to happen. I was waiting. I thought it would be the next screen, but we didn't even get a whole screen through.
Ryukishi is just rushing it. It could have been literally raining magical spears, and no one would have paid any attention.
I don't know why you're surprised. That was coming from a mile away. Full house. Take that.
Whoa. You weren't bluffing. The cousins were all bursting with energy, sitting in a circle on the bed.
I thought Battle always had crap in his hands every time he acted tough.
Shout out to episode 6.
Right. Of course I've been losing all this time just to make you think that. Show me a battler, the man who loses strategically to win in the end.
Go do it, battler. Ooh, battler's incredible. All my coins have disappeared again.
I'll give you some of mine. Let's crush Battler together, okay?
Oh.
Just take Battler's dumb-looking jacket off cards, pour out his sleeves.
Yeah, totally. With just a deck of cards, the cousins could enjoy themselves for hours and hours. They were so engrossed that the occasional thunderbolt hardly even registered as static in the background. I am starting to get hungry. I wonder if dinner's ready yet.
Who knows? It should be ready soon. Gohda-san and the others really went all out for tonight. Which means we got a lot to look forward to. Is this to celebrate my long-awaited return?
I heard from Shannon just now that it's going to be a Halloween party. They'll set up a buffet in the hall. Sounds incredible. A Halloween party? Incredible, incredible! Ooh! Ooh!
Yeah, who is it?
There was a knock and the door opened and Angie was there. She had been sleeping in her parents' room.
Hey Angie, so you woke up. And they said it's time for dinner, so we have to go to the mansion. They said to get ready.
Ooh, ooh! Food, food! I'm hungry! Perhaps because she was the hungriest, Maria celebrated more vigorously than anyone else. She jumped up happily and hopped off the bed.
I mean, I can't say I'm surprised by it, but I do find it interesting that, like, Angie is just speaking so much more eloquently as a 6-year-old than Maria does as a 9-year-old.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like, ooh.
Maria, please. As the others all clambered off the bed and started putting their shoes on, Kyria and Rudolph came into view.
And Kyria was holding a dagger and a rifle!
She was a murderer. Hey, Brits, time for foods to get ready. It looks like today will be extra special. I can't wait to see it. Ooh, I know. It's a Halloween party.
A Halloween party?
I know, and Angie doesn't.
Mom, what's a Halloween party?
God damn, Maria. Who knows? We'll have to go and see for ourselves. Everyone ready? It's about time to go. Is everyone here? Please, follow me.
Maria, over here. Your collar's crooked. I'm starving. The food is the best part of these family conferences. You starving too, Angie-chan?
Ava smiled at Angie.
Yeah, I'm starving.
Angie, that's I'm hungry, right?
Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'll bet you're starving. My stomach's rumbling too.
Oh. Okay, let's get out of here. Looks like the wind's blowing hard outside. Make sure you don't lose your umbrellas. Everyone, please, take an umbrella.
It's your umbrella, Angie-chan. Thanks, Aunt Ava.
Oh.
Our girls really are so cute. Come over to play at your aunt's house one of these days. It's a promise, okay?
Oh.
Looks like Aunt Ava's taking a liking to Angie.
Yep. Apparently, Mother really wanted a daughter.
Ouch.
Ow, whoa, okay.
Right in the George.
Oof.
I've heard that too. I think she adored me too when I was little.
My mama said she really wanted a son. Ooh.
If your kid grows up happily, it doesn't matter if they're a boy or a girl. He is my precious, precious gift from God. Throwback to Maria being literal Jesus.
Literally Jesus. Yeah. When they got outside, the wind was fairly strong. Ava, who had really hit it off with Angie, offered to share an umbrella with the little girl. It was hard to tell what they were chatting so excitedly about, but they seemed to be getting along splendidly already. Battler opened his umbrella as he watched this. His little sister was cute when she clung to him, but she was just as cute and adorable when looking up at someone else with a happy smile. The wind and rain was strong, but even this must have been the perfect spice to heighten their anticipation of the coming meal. That was prepared by Gohda, the best character. Oh, good, I got that in there.
I wasn't really expecting this track for dinner. This isn't the track that I'd pick to annotate my dinners.
It's a nice track.
But then again, here's a 2-second clip of what I would annotate my dinners with. I hope your ears are not bleeding.
I'm looking forward to knowing what it is. Thanks to some festive decorations, the main hall had been remade into the scene of a Halloween party. The Yoshimiya family always took meals in the dining hall. This was the first time... Angie? I don't know. Someone had ever seen a buffet-style party set up in the main hall.
I will say, my decision on which song to use will probably change by the time I get around to editing
I
this.
am completely okay with that.
Yo! It starts with a yo!
Here we go!
What is this?
Yo, butler! Hey, Maria! Took long time no see. Beto! Happy Halloween! Trick or treat! I have some candy for you, but now is not the time. After all, it's just before a meal.
Thank you, Beatrice-san. I see you're looking as beautiful as ever.
Having Rosa and Beatrice on good terms with each other is probably the most crazy thing I've ever heard.
The greatest evidence for Rosatrice you've ever seen?
That too. That too, clearly. You too, Rosa. You certainly don't look old enough to be a mother.
Have you been drinking? Your ear's looking pretty red there.
Well, after you left, Kingdom said he'd bought this red drink, so I couldn't help but sample a bit.
This is coming from a person who tells little kids not to eat candy before a meal. Pardon me, Beatrice-sama, the master is calling for you. Who?
What? Who is narrating this scene? Someone, it's gotta be Angie, right? It's gotta be.
Maybe, but...
Because it can't be Beatrice, because she...
It cannot be Beatrice.
It's either Battler or Angie.
I
reckon it's gonna be Angie. I am 99% certain it's Angie. I don't see why it would be. I mean,
because she's still, because Angie's still conversing with Ava, supposedly, right?
Alright, we'll just go neutral for now. Someone saw Kinzo beckoning from over by the portrait. Good grief! When it comes to ceremonies, that man is always so obsessed with form.
I will take 10 points for the past 2 sins.
Alright.
For us, that is.
For us?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably about that ceremony for the Gold's return. It's a huge turning point for the Ashurmia family. Better go and play along.
It does make one feel a bit lonely, though.
This won't change the fact that you're the Ashurmia family alchemist.
Perhaps. Then I'll be back shortly. See you later, okay? According to Genji, today's party has a bit of a theme to it. You better look forward to it.
Yeah, you make it sound like you did any of the work.
You're another one who obsesses too much over details. Later! Oh, I love her so much.
Oni-chan, is something going to happen today? Is it a special day?
It looked as though even Angie had picked up on that much. She seemed to be getting tense for no reason.
This is a special day for the Ashurmia family. It doesn't have anything to do with you personally, so you should just relax. Okay. Oh, that's right. Hey, did you know? I just heard a huge secret from Aunt Ava. Even Maria-chan, Maria Ono-chan doesn't know, but I'll tell you. Uh-huh. So what's the secret? Okay. I heard that if you get an almond in yours, you win. Win? It's like a lottery or something? Anyway, if you get an almond, you win.
NJ puffed out her cheeks. Apparently, she wanted to be praised for sharing this exciting secret, but just knowing that almonds win doesn't really explain much.
Okay, got it. Thanks for letting me in on that major secret. You mean, Oni-chan? I even told you my secret.
Angie, her cheeks still puffed out, headed back to where Aunt Ava was. So stupid. They really are getting along well.
Well, I guess I have no problem if it's her aunt. If it was some guy from her class, I don't care if they're in elementary school, it's not happening. No playing with the opposite sex without Oni-chan's approval. That moment, Genji-san's voice rang out. Chatter gradually subsided and the rain outside once again became apparent.
But it's like, no one plays with my Angie, but I'm gonna go hang out with Beatrice real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask for your silence.
Quit playing that music.
It's so loud. Silence filled the room.
And a piano trill.
Yeah. All the relatives seemed vaguely aware that tonight's festivities consisted of more than a Halloween party. Battler already knew. This was a ceremony to mark the return of the gold from Kinzo to Beatrice, which had been borrowed for so many years. Now, that fact was being announced by Kinzo himself. He spoke of how this gold had not only restored the Ushimiya family, but brought it to a level of wealth it had never before experienced.
So rather than letting me give a speech as Kinzo, they're telling me that Kinzo gave a speech.
I know, I'm sorry. You can make one up if you like. If you want to,
we'll be here for hours.
Maybe after this chapter, just
we'll be here for hours.
Write a speech, and then we'll just attend it as a bonus episode. It's totally happening, right?
No.
No! You monster. He spoke of how he would finally return his gold to Beatrice, the one who had saved the Ushimiya family.
We might give a playthrough about a speech about the playthrough right at the end. The whole playthrough.
In Kinzo's speech.
Yep.
Okay, good. Kinzo personally handed an ingot, decorated with a bright red ribbon, to Beatrice. Here we go.
You know.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on. I just want to hear your voice though. When Kinzo first appeared, I thought that these were cat ears. And I was like, what? Why did they do this to Kinzo?
That would be amazing though. I think that in the PS3 version, he has a party hat on.
I have seen that picture.
It's pretty great. Also, shout out to the manga. I have seen, if you look at nothing else from the manga, there are images of Beatrice in this episode, how she is now, and she has the most adorable smile on. And if we can find images of it, I want them on screen because it's the most precious thing I have ever seen in my entire life.
Okay.
I just want to let you know, this is my request.
I'm probably going to see these images and be like, wow, that's a low standard for...
No! She's adorable!
Okay.
We must protect that smile.
This is the debt we owe to 3 generations of Beatrice, the Golden Witch. The Ashurmia family will never forget it.
Woo! Oh my god! Sheesh. If you know where to put it, I'll be happy to take it off your hands. Beatrice-sama. It was hard to imagine Beatrice of all people getting admonished by Genji.
Couldn't help but laugh.
I am Beatrice, the Ushimiya family alchemist. Tonight, I acknowledge the end of the loan contract for the 10 tons of gold. Now, several decades following my grandmother's generation, the time has come for the eagle that lost one wing to fly once more. I will watch over that eagle, and I pray for its prosperity in all generations to come. Applause filled the hall. Though she managed to make such a dignified speech for once, as soon as it was over, she stuck her tongue out and leered at us.
I guess that's about the limit to how long Beto can stay serious. By passing her name on through the generations, Beatrice the Golden Witch may live for thousands of years. Therefore, even her descendants shall be Beatrice, and shall be alchemists through this family. The descendants of the Ashurmia family will praise Beatrice for her gratitude forevermore, and this will be passed on through the generations. This family will always be indebted to Beatrice, and she will always be our family tied by a noble bond.
Let those who acknowledge this show their recognition with their applause. Woo! Yeah!
Is that so hard? That one guy in the mosh pit that's just going way too ham about it?
Whoa! He's banging his head. Yeah.
Fucking crowd killing. Oh.
Okay, it's gonna be Kraus doing that.
It's probably Kraus.
Probably Kraus. He's a troublemaker.
No, I was gonna make a terrible pun, but I don't want to now.
No, do it.
I started to say it.
Oh, I'm sad now. I don't even know what it could possibly be.
I don't want you to know what it was.
Because I don't know Metalhead's jokes. Is that what it is?
Maybe. I actually don't know.
Okay. After Genji's words, the relatives all looked at each other, then started applauding all at once. They're a bunch of damn ghosts.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Beatrice, you are a member of the Ashurmia family, and that is a bond more sacred than one of blood.
Of course, lending money is more important than being a blood relation. Beatrice-sama. After that, Kinzo's long-winded speech continued. Tonight, Kinzo would retire as the Ashurmia family head. Then he announced that he would reveal the distribution of his inheritance. A stir of excitement spread across the siblings in money trouble when they heard that they wouldn't have to wait for Kinzo's death to get their shares.
And Almond will win somehow.
Yeah. And Almond will win.
I am aware that each of you is in trouble with money. This should be enough to resolve all those problems. But do not grow complacent. This is my inheritance given to you before my death. In the past, though I have been strict, I have always watched over you. However, beginning tonight, your father will cease to provide support of that kind. I shall watch on as you take flight, as though watching down upon you from the heavens. No longer will I interfere. You may live however you please.
Dad!
Father, we understand. We will certainly take flight on our own. Here and now, all of us siblings swear to work together to make the Ashurmia family's moon tourism business even more prosperous.
Yes! Together we can make the moon tourism a thing! That's right, if we stick together, nothing can stand our way. Not even reality. Hideyoshi laughed, but Genji admonished him. However, he could understand why they were so happy. So far, the siblings had quarreled ruthlessly over the inheritance. However, this evening, the inheritance had been neatly split apart, and they no longer had any need to scheme for money. In other words, the siblings no longer had any reason to squabble with each other anymore. On the contrary, this was a time for them to join hands and help each other become more and more prosperous. Ava and Rosa were sniffling, with tears in their eyes. And so was Rudolph. Perhaps now, despite their ages, they had finally left the nest for real. Tonight, the eagles of the Ashurmia family would leave for Kenjima, the nest weaved from the witch's magic, and go their separate ways, and with their own power and determination. It made Kinzo think, if only I had done this from the start. If he had settled the inheritance problem himself, there would have been no need for his children to quarrel at all. Instead, he had acted in a sullen manner and left the problem to them, which had resulted in their strained relationships. Yeah, it was all his responsibility, and now the intertwining bonds had been released. It was as though an invisible rope had been wrapped around Kinzo's body. That rope was now gone, and he felt a sense of release he hadn't experienced for many years. The four siblings stepped forward, and before Kinzo they swore to all support Kraus as the new head and lead the family to greater prosperity. Their faces sparkled with an unexpected youthfulness. It was only natural. After all, none of the four had made such a natural-feeling promise since the time they were kids. As the vibrancy of their youth returned to them, the siblings made a promise once again. Yay! When Kraus finished his announcement, a friendly applause filled the hall. The cousins, and the servants too, joined in on the applause that continued on and on. And as you watched this dumbfounded, the four siblings were supposed to have quarreled with each other constantly since they were kids. and they were supposed to pointlessly lock swords with Kinzo's inheritance as their goal, their worries about money spurring them on. Thanks to this ceremony, even the world of truth, the world I acknowledge, has been rewritten.
Are they actually friendly towards each other, or did they quarrel all the time like I believe? Doesn't matter. Either way, right here, right now, all of those problems have been resolved. I mustn't believe. This is just Oni-chan's farce. Even though I knew that fact, when I watched Dad and the others hugging each other with teary smiles on their faces, I couldn't help but feel something warm welling up in my eyes. I won't believe. This is all Oni-chan's farce. What will you have to see? What will you have to hear before you won't let yourself believe? Red. You say it with the red truth. Is everything that can't be said in red a lie? I won't believe. This is just...
Angie looked at the floor and fell silent. As the Game Master, Battler was able to use the red truth. However, that rule only exists in a witch's game board. In the world of humans, red truth doesn't exist. People see things, hear things, and when they believe that something is worth believing, they accept it as a red truth. Unless Angie accepts it, no kind of truth can become truth. Battler wanted her to realize this. There was no point in using the red truth, a rule of this game, to force the truth on her. Angie would have to use her own power, her own heart, to accept the truth as truth. The decision was Angie's. No one could force her to decide either way, so there was nothing wrong with Angie declaring the scene to be a farce. But if so, then what about the hot tears dripping down Angie's face? Angie would have to think that through herself, without anyone telling her. After one sniffle and a rub of her eyes, Angie let the 6-year-old version of herself take control of her peace. Oh boy.
Really blurring realities here.
Yeah.
It's just getting more and more confusing. But it also doesn't matter.
I think it's perfectly straightforward.
I think it's perfectly straightforward, yeah. But like...
This is the thing, right? Umineko is an incredibly complex story to understand, but I don't think it's that complicated at all. It's very straightforward.
Yeah.
Yeah. What followed was a harmonious, fun stretch of time. Beautifully adorned dishes were brought in one after another, and champagne corks were loosened with pleasant sounds. Several small tables were set here and there, each with its own theme. That was where the fun lay in this stand-up buffet party, as the guests wandered from table to table, pondering what they should eat first. This sort of performance was where Gohda's genius shone through. Yes, his genius. The hotel that let him go should have regretted ever having done so. Of course, a stand-up buffet would probably be a tiring affair for the middle-aged, so chairs had been set up as well. However, each time a new dish was brought into the hall, they could get out to look and wandering through the hot tables however they pleased. This way, they could each bump into a new group of people that mingle elsewhere when that group melted apart.
It sounds like an affair for much more people than there are here, though.
That's true. There's not actually as many people as one might believe. People are interesting. As the members in each group change, so they're the topic of conversation. Now this mirrors the way that the episodes change, right? With different people dying in different groups, having to interact with each other. Ryukishi kind of talks, I'm sorry to derail a little bit, but Ryukishi kind of talks a little bit about how he will just take two characters and just throw them together and be like, okay, how would they interact? Even if they have no relations to each other, because that's when you get the most interesting stuff. The bustling Halloween party played out like a colorful kaleidoscope. The origami chains decorating the walls brought back youthful memories. Those would help anyone enjoy themselves like they were kids again. Even to Angie, it was like a dream. She chatted happily with her cousins. She also chatted with her aunts and uncles. Beata showed her several tricks she called magic. Maria said that they were magic, and she said they were tricks, and the night grew even more lively. The two young girls were so fired up that the adults decided to show them tricks they knew, shocking both of the kids utterly. Eventually, they each started showing tricks to the others, asking if they'd ever seen this one or that one before. And it became a party of magic, just perfect for Halloween. In addition to magic tricks, several quizzes, riddles, and games popped up, reminding everyone of their childhood days. Even the servants who were serving food got dragged into the groups, and the whole hall was filled with chatter. Laughter too. To Angie, young as she was, every single magic trick, quiz, and riddle was an entirely new experience. They stimulated her intellectual curiosity, and she couldn't contain her excitement. She's been hooked. Add in the wide variety of delicious foods and drinks that she could choose from, and it was like being in a dream. Angie felt a floaty sensation, as though she was walking on a cloud. Angie, did you drink some of this? This is Daddy's drink.
I wanted to try some adult grape juice too, so it's okay.
No, it's not okay.
Face is looking a little red there. You feeling alright?
Yeah, irresponsible. She only had a bit, so I think she'll be fine.
I'll be fine. I'm not a kid.
Oh no.
Angie-chan, drink this one, okay? The stuff your dad drinks is nasty, so don't try any more, got it? That's right. If you drink bad stuff, you'll end up as a bad adult too.
No.
I'm not gonna be a bad adult. I'm gonna be a princess.
That's right. Angie is our princess. Yep. She's our family's princess.
I agree. Better come over to my house to play sometime. We'll have lots of fun. Okay, thanks, Aunt Eva.
Everyone's being really nice.
It almost feels like I've become a real princess. I feel so great I could almost believe that this whole celebration was being held for my sake. Almost like it is!
Almost.
Almost.
Yeah. Bella stood outside that group of people. As he watched Angie smiling happily from the distance, he smiled too. When she smiles like that, she really lives up to her name. It's so sad.
I agree. Really is a smile fit for an angel.
Oh. I hope that smile comes from the real Angie, not just the piece.
Even if it doesn't, she's watching this, and she can think it through herself.
This game between you and Angie really is overflowing with affection. So much that it's irritatingly slow for me.
Yeah, can we just kill some people already?
Let's go to the murders, come on.
What's wrong with that? There's no one to get in her way. No obstacles or tactics or anything else to worry about.
That's right. This game is no longer a battle.
Now that you mention it, this is cleaning up. Cleaning up after our game.
I'll never be able to make up for the sin I did to her through my careless actions.
We have to take responsibility for our game. Make up for our sins together. That's why we're showing Angie this final game.
Ship. Do you think that Angie will be able to use that key the right way?
Of course. I've thought about forcibly dragging her into a direction we think is right.
Such an attempt would probably have been meaningless. When you're forced to make a decision, it's hard to accept that it was truly a correct one, no matter how much time passes.
Exactly. Angie has to think and choose for herself. Even if she doesn't make the decision we view as the correct one, I think we should respect it.
You are the game master. I cannot argue with you anymore. I will simply watch on and enjoy this night.
This game is really significant for Angie, but for us it's kind of like a party after the show.
It's almost time, but are you sure? Angie might get the wrong idea again, right?
It'll be fine. In fact, this is necessary. Just like how you appeared in the way you did. Everyone else too.
Then let us enjoy this final celebration with the others. After all of them have acted their parts so well in this long game. That instant, the sound of someone clapping for attention rang out. Here we go. Your attention, everyone! Please gather. And now, for today's special event. Gohda had been the one clapping.
Really? I'm shocked.
Everyone gathered together, wondering what was going on. On the serving cart in front of him was a large, sliced chocolate
Almond
cake.
wins.
As the highlight of tonight's Halloween party, I prepared this sachet for you all. As you can see, it was made specially for the Oshimiya family and bears the crest of the one-winged eagle in chocolate.
Just what we needed.
The stupendous cake drew a gasp of admiration from all present. What a splendid cake! A perfect highlight for the party. Oh no, it's not just the cake! Tonight's cake has a little secret! Master, I ask that you explain that secret for everyone.
Very well. This is a bit of a game. One slice of this cake will be used to select the winner. It's got an almond in it.
Angie shouted happily. Kinzo looked at her and nodded.
In just one slice of this cake, there is a single almond. The one who chooses that piece shall become tonight's king.
Woo! It's been a long time since I played the king game. I'm guessing the subject matter was a bit different when you played it. Woof!
So what happens to the person who becomes the king? The king gets to name one wish, then we shall all try to grant it together. Oh, sounds interesting.
Ew! Kings are boys. Girls can't be kings. If a girl wins, they get to become the princess.
But not the queen.
It's true.
The almond, the one with the almond wins. Right? That's right. You're incredible, Angie.
In times like this, luck can tell you something about a man. Can't let myself loose now.
Hold up there. Let the smallest kids choose first.
Good idea. Angie-chan, you go first.
Hey, you're the big cousin now, Maria. Let Angie-chan go first.
Ooh, but what if Angie wins? Ooh.
I am gonna win. The almond wins. The almond wins.
It seems we old fogies must hope that leftovers are lucky today. If we're going by age, I guess that means Kinzo's last.
But weren't you 1,000 years old?
No! Everyone burst out laughing. Her real age was unknown, but she claimed to be 19 years old. In front of Angie lay a large cake, split into several pieces. Just one of those pieces was the winner. Well then, Angie-sama, which piece would you like? Whichever you choose, it will be ever so delicious.
No way, I only want the winning one. Well, then you'll have to try and guess the right one on the first shot. Go ahead, pick one.
Battler pushed Angie's small back towards the table with the cake.
Which one should I take?
The chocolate cake was cut into 15 pieces.
I want to pick the one with the almond and become the princess. What?
One of them has an almond, which could it be?
Why does this one have a graphic? Of all the things. I get to choose first, but it sort of feels unfair. I mean, it is, isn't it? My chances of getting the right one are 1 in 15. Oh no, it's maths. It's cake math. There's no more fight math.
It's cake math now. Oh no.
There's no way I'll get it. And then when Maria One-chan goes after me, she has a 1 in 14 chance of picking the winner.
Probability, guys.
The next person has a 1 in 13 chance, then a 1 in 12 chance, and the last person will win for sure. One-chan, this isn't fair. It's harder for the person who goes first.
Everyone laughed. Apparently there was something wrong
with my calculations, but I still didn't like it.
Then let us start this contest of luck with Angie-sama, please. Feel free to make your selection.
Okay. If I have to pick one out of so many, there's no way I'll win. But for some reason, tonight feels like I might actually win after all. I have no reason for feeling this way, but when I'm in a good mood, Lady Luck always brings me fortune. You decided yet? Yeah, I've decided. This one's the winner. I concentrated on my fingertip and pointed at one of the 15 slices. The slice I chose was...
Choose a slice. You choose a slice. Do you want to, for the hang of it, do you want to...
Holy shit!
Before you do you want to save here?
Why?
Because just in case you pick the wrong one, that's all.
Who gives a shit? Can we not progress if we pick the wrong one?
I don't know, that's a good question. You gotta pick a slice. Up to you. You don't have to save.
What?
You gotta choose a slice.
Why the fuck?
You gotta pick the one with the almond in it. You got a 1 in 15 chance. Are the rules not clear to you?
I wasn't looking at the screen. What
just happened?
I clicked without looking at the screen.
I didn't see which one you picked.
Neither did I. Neither did I.
That was on your face.
What the fuck? This one.
This one? Are you sure?
I've made up my mind. I want this one. When he asked me whether I was sure, I felt a little uneasy. So at times like this, it's better to stick with your instincts. It was one of the few bits of philosophy that this young girl had learned from her few life experiences.
Gohda took the chosen slice, put it on a plate with a fork, and handed it to Angie.
Why is the first bit of choice we're given in this game a cake?
I don't know.
I cannot believe that it is the last one we're going to get.
I know. Yeah, I mean, episode 8, there's an interactive thing with you get to pick a cake. No interaction in the rest of the novel.
Just a fucking cake.
Just a cake.
Just a cake.
I go next.
I can't imagine that the scripting will differ so significantly from slice to slice of cake here.
Ew, which one should I take? It was Maria's turn next. She was excited, determined to be the winner. Oh my goodness.
I walked away from that group all by myself. I was struck by a temptation to quickly cut the cake open and check for an almond inside. However, I stopped myself.
Oh, this is good.
If I check my piece first, my chance of winning is 1 in 15. However, if I wait for some other people to check their slices, then when I see what they've lost, my chances will go up, if only slightly.
It's so good. Probability, like understanding truth, and it's so good.
See, what I'm doing and looking at the screen is like, Did Ryukishi actually leave any clues in this, or is it literally just fucking random?
That's a great question. You have to figure that out for yourself.
It's very obscure. Also, a very poorly rendered chocolate.
No, it's beautiful. Gohda made it. It's perfect. What is that around the edges, though?
What?
A little, I guess it's just the cloth. I don't know. It almost looks like it's green, although I'm sure it's just because of the color contrast. But still, it's like little seeds or peas or something.
No, it's just.
Imagine if you surrounded chocolate cake with peas.
See what it's meant to be as a cloth, but what he's actually done is just use the bevel emboss tool in Photoshop and gone way overboard.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Oh my goodness.
In other words, instead of just searching for the almond right away, my chances will go up if I wait for some other people to lose. But if someone picks a winner while I'm sitting around here, the chances of my slice being a winner will go to 0. It'll be tough to calculate the right moment. Need to wait just long enough for as many losers to show up as possible. My chances of winning are highest if I can check my piece immediately before someone else wins. Yeah, that's the trick to winning this game.
You just gotta win. She's gotta win.
Has to win.
And this is the optimal move to make sure she wins.
I would actually like to know if which one I actually picked. I should probably have looked.
You probably should have saved and then gone through this. You know what? It's fine. It's too late now. You'll never know.
Does it actually make a difference? Do you know?
I'm not. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Okay.
Hey, it's been a while since I said that.
There we go. What a strange thought. It feels like I'm missing something.
I don't know.
Jeez, Angie. Even though no one else can touch the cake that's sitting in front of me, the almond inside it will appear or disappear depending on whether or not the other people win or lose.
Yeah. It's almost, I don't want to say anything. We'll get to it. We'll get there.
I was in such a good mood that I felt dizzy and I couldn't figure out what was wrong with the theory. But I did realize that something was strange. There's always just one truth inside a cat box. No matter what happens outside the box, it shouldn't be able to shake the truth inside. And yet I'm being shaken about by events outside the cat box, trying to use those theories to change the way I observe the cat box's contents.
But they're being much more explicit about this than I thought they were originally.
I do want to say though, like, I'm like, the only reason I didn't save is because I'm like, if I'm fucking wrong, I gotta own that shit. I don't even know what I'm saying, neither do I. Another me inside me is trying to say that, but it's too hard for me to understand. I feel like I'm drifting. I got so cheery and excited that even though I'm not sleepy, my mind feels hazy. I'm not reading this in Angie's voice because it's true. Maybe it's because I drank Dad's adult drink. That one wasn't true, so I read that.
Good.
Just
you didn't drink any of an adult's drink.
It's
the adult
true.
drink.
Yeah.
You got water.
Me.
You're a healthy boy.
Young Felix here.
Young Felix.
Healthy boy.
6 years old Felix did not drink his father's drink.
I hope not.
His father's grape juice. Adult grape juice.
In the end, even though I chose the first piece, I decided to check it last. After I've seen that everyone else had lost, my chances of winning will be 100%. I tried to find the contradiction in my thinking, but I didn't really get it, so I stopped. So it's much better to have a 100% chance than 1 in 15, so I decided to bet on that.
Yep.
I couldn't wait to open this precious treasure chest, but I waited for everyone else to choose their pieces and check them.
So you wait to see that everyone else was wrong before you know that you're right. That's how the truth works.
Of course.
Of course, that makes sense.
Makes perfect sense.
Is this Kraus or Natsui? I think it's Natsui. How is it going? Has anyone found a winner? Ew! Mine didn't have one!
I lost too, guess I'll have to give up on being the princess.
Even if you lose, it's Seshator. Oh my god. Seshator? That's how you pronounce that. Really is beautiful and delicious. It's such a good decoration, it's almost a shame to eat it.
I feel like...
Seshator?
What does that mean, though?
I don't know.
Does that just say chocolate cake? Because I'm pretty sure tort is...
Tort is a thing? Is cake.
I think so.
And Sasha is...
It reminds me of another word for cake that I vaguely remember, but I'm not going to say because I'm probably wrong.
You're probably saying, like, curse words in French or something.
Probably. As we all know, the French cakes are very offensive.
Very offensive cakes over in France. Don't touch the cakes in France. They're very offensive.
Don't you dare touch that cake.
Don't you touch it. How about you? You better button up and touching that case in France. You got the Almond? No, not me either. What about you, Hideyoshi Nissan? Mine's a loser too.
I cannot imagine that Ryukishi actually sat here and programmed out an individual result for all 15 choices of the cake.
Maybe he did. You don't know. You don't know. Looks like I've used up all my luck with my company and my wife.
What exactly do you mean by that? What about you, Dr. Nanjo?
I'm checking it now. Games like this can truly be fun. Every now and then.
Indeed. Sometimes a simple test of luck without any strategy or tactics can be quite entertaining. What about you, Beto?
Where's the liars that leftovers could be lucky? Grr.
What about you, Angie? Is there any almond in yours? I'm checking now. Oh, you still haven't touched yours. I've been following my own personal probability theory, but I didn't think I could explain it well to any chance, so I didn't mention it to him. I wonder if there's an almond in here. Oh god, I can't do the voice for this.
I know.
If I win, I'll be tonight's princess. I'll be happy if I win, but even if I don't, I'll still be a really fun night, so that's okay. Got put on hold when this cake game started, but before then everyone was having a lot of fun trading tricks, quizzes, and riddles. This game is fun too. I don't want to play, but I want to play like that again soon. Huh? What's up, Angie? Huh? Oh, there you go. We got the almond.
You picked the right one, man.
I picked the right one.
Congratulations.
They were all the same, weren't they?
I can either compare what night is.
They were all the fucking same.
Who even knows what's in the cake until you...
Who even knows?
Pick the slice. It's great.
Why was this the first choice we got?
Because Rikushi is a mad genius, that's why. It's amazing.
Fucking stupid. I lifted up that tiny thing with my fork and stared at it, then showed it to my brother. This is an almond, right? No, it's a macadamia, you piece of shit.
You lose. Throw her in the pit. No.
Whoa, Angie got it. That's awesome.
Don't throw her in the pit, please. At the same time, Sero's up in the other corner of the room.
I've got one, I won. Oh, so Ava won.
My, congratulations, Ava-sama!
I really, like, I feel like this is probably where it's gonna go anyway, but I really like the idea that because Ava found out, she's just like, well, I'll just fucking get an almond here, just put it in my cake.
Wonderful. I hope so.
That's wrong, I won. Mine has the almond. I held the almond high and shouted across the room. The crowd around Ava split and everyone stared at me surprised. I was surprised too. The thing in her hand was without a doubt an almond.
They both found an
Magic.
almond? What? That's
what if it
shocking.
had been cut in half between the two pieces?
Is it possible that there could be two correct slices to pick among a number that everybody takes?
That sounds
one
ridiculous. Nothing.
Two correct? No. Clearly your almond must be wrong, and I will prove that my almond is the correct almond. Right?
Is this the point where we start defending Rosatry for the rest of the playthrough?
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. What the heck? What's going on here?
Who is the one playing tricks, huh?
Who is it?
Who is the one playing tricks?
I don't know.
Good, there seem to be two almonds, so are they both winners?
But that shouldn't have. Does this mean that one of the two winners made a mistake?
Anji-sama clearly is an almond. How about your Kanon-kun?
Ava-sama's is clearly an almond.
We'll have to take this down to the lab and check to see if any almond malpractice has occurred.
We'll get the police to look over it, and we'll throw it in a closed room, and we'll summon the stakes.
This is the most fucking obscure.
It's great! It's so simple, and that's what makes it fucking perfect.
Listen, I'm enjoying myself, and I completely agree with you, but at the same time, let's go.
Rikushi! Oh, then it seems that they both win. Master.
What an odd occurrence. What's all this, Gohda?
Well, it seems we've had a little mistake. Perhaps they should do rock, paper. Come now, don't be stingy. It just means the two arms have appeared to signify the queen and the princess.
Precisely. Let's have them both be winners.
Yay. Oh, well, but... Gohda was hesitant. Actually, he had prepared a single special dessert for the king. It had been decorated in a way that made it hard to split for two people, so it wasn't convenient for there to be two kings. When Ava heard Gohda mumbling something to this effect, she shrugged and laughed.
In that case, let's have Angie-chan be the princess. The princess? I'm the princess. I'll be your attendant. That works, right?
Of course it worked. Angie had been worried that Ava would be declared the winner since she had spoken up first. So she hadn't even dreamed that Ava would give it up to her. Yeah, it's funny how that works. When one person says that they've found the almond, and then you also think that you found the almond, but they went first, so they have more credibility? What?
Hold on.
Is this a metaphor for something, maybe?
Goodness. Is this like the part where later truths will overwrite things, Ben? Where the later almond will overwrite the king? This is a warning. This is a warning to the British monarchy. Whoever finds the almond will destabilize the throne.
I agree with this plan. I agree. I wouldn't put it past Kinzo.
I wouldn't put it past Kinzo.
I love that's a joke that just got to you. That was perfect.
But are you sure? You want too? It's okay, I get to be your attendant. Come, princess. What wish do you want granted? Let's hear it. I've already chosen my wish. Oh, and what is it? Won't you tell your aunt?
Oh.
I want this fun time to keep on going. Forever. The young me spoke for the desire in my heart. What we were doing before this was fun, so I like to keep doing it. I get the feeling that the nuance has changed. That was unmistakably my wish. What we were doing before this? Oh, you mean those tricks and quizzes? Yeah. Then let's do this. Listen up, everyone. This is an order from your princess. Remember how much fun we were having earlier? Let's all entertain Angie-chan with tricks and quizzes. Oh, okay, Ryukishi. I see where we're going. I see where we're going.
He's figured it out, ladies and gentlemen!
We're introducing the interactive element before we go into some tricks and puzzles, huh? Huh?
Hold up there. I've already used up all my magic tricks. Then let's do quizzes and riddles.
We just need to entertain Angie-chan with quizzes.
We can all present quizzes for our princess to enjoy. Oh.
I see, understood.
This is the cutest shit.
Yes, how intriguing. Then, Angie, let us do it this way. Everyone will give you a quiz or riddle, and you can try solve them. Each time you succeed, I will give you a medal. Are we just getting Steam achievements? Is that what's about to happen?
I don't know. I hope so.
I kind of want to check the Steam achievements.
One. No, don't do it. You'll see the other ones. Don't do it.
Medal.
Oh, dear.
Probably means some sort of commemorative medallion. If you get a lot of puzzles right, you get a lot of medals.
Oh, just gathering medals is a tad boring, don't you think? You okay?
I just noticed the theme here.
Yeah.
I hadn't recognized
You didn't?
it.
That wasn't what tipped you off that this was a silly fun time? It's great. It's a beautiful theme. I think it only plays in this scene, and it's just...
It was more the references to Hope that I hadn't noticed.
Oh, that Hope is in there?
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Unsurprisingly.
I think if you slow it down, it becomes pretty clear that that's what's going on.
I think it's pretty apparent. It's just it's on a it's swing. I can't remember.
I think so. What I do to all songs that I try and hum along to. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, it's a swung version.
Yeah.
Yes, depending on the number of medals you collect, I shall give you a fantastic present. Well, do you suddenly feel fired up? Sounds amazing. So there's even a prize.
Isn't that great, Angie?
Yeah. Everyone gathered around me smiling as they thought about what sort of puzzles they'd give. They're all thinking about me so they can play with me. Just the feeling of having all that to myself almost made me explode with joy at becoming the princess.
Oh, I'm glad we broke there. Next chapter's gonna be a long one. I'll let you know, ladies and gentlemen.
Good.
I'm so excited for it.
Is it gonna be long because I'm gonna sit here for hours thinking about them, or is it a long one because it's actually long?
I can either confirm or deny either of those.
Neither can I. Neither can I.
I have been waiting for this since the beginning.
Oh my god.
Next time.